Hello friends. Have you ever felt that someone is watching you, plotting against you, or keeping an eye on your every move? You might even know that it's not true, yet a restlessness, a fear, a suspicion rises within you again and again. This is paranoia, that is excessive doubt, the disease of suspicion, the distortion of fear. In simple words, paranoia means the mind fighting its own imagination. It happens when a person feels that the outside world wants to harm them, whereas, in reality, it is only a game of their mind. They begin to find hidden meaning in everything. Every smile seems like mockery. Every glance appears as betrayal. Every silence sounds like a conspiracy. Paranoia is the state where a person starts living in the world of fear, slightly removed from reality. And gradually that world starts feeling real, because fear doesn't lie, it just exaggerates. Now, let's talk about science. Two main parts of our brain play a role in this game. The first is the amygdala, it is the sensor that recognizes fear and danger. The second is the prefrontal cortex, the part that thinks, reasons, and checks reality. When stress, loneliness, or lack of sleep increases in the brain, the amygdala becomes overactive. It starts seeing danger in everything, while the prefrontal cortex, which checks reality, weakens. The result, a person loses the distinction between illusion and fear. You think someone is judging you, but in reality, your brain is just trying to protect you. It just becomes overprotective. Science says that paranoia is directly linked to dopamine imbalance, sleep deprivation, and traumatic experiences. Meaning the brain sends wrong signals even at the chemical level. Now, let's go deeper into the mind. Paranoia is, in essence, the philosophy of fear. When a person does not accept their inner darkness, they begin to see it outside. If you feel insecure within yourself, you start suspecting others. If you do not trust yourself, then you will trust the world even less. If you fear yourself, then everyone seems an enemy. Paranoia teaches us that the fear we see in the world is actually our inner fear. We fail to recognize it, so we project it onto external faces, like a mirror. But a broken mirror. Every face appears distorted, whereas in reality, it is the mirror that is flawed. The psychological causes of paranoia are also significant. The first is excessive loneliness, isolation. When a person cuts off from others, they become trapped in their own thoughts. There is no reality check. Every thought seems true. The second is trust deficit. Those who have experienced betrayal, humiliation, or insecurity in childhood find it almost impossible to trust others. They see every new relationship as a threat. The third is overthinking. Finding meaning in every small thing, this is the root of paranoia. The mind thinks, if they said this, it must mean that. And from there, the illusion begins. The fourth is ego protection. Sometimes our ego cannot accept that someone does not like us or pay attention to us. So we create a story in our mind, they are against me. Paranoia does not just break a person mentally. It destroys them at the level of existence. It erects walls in every relationship. It finds hidden taunts in every conversation. It begins to fear its own thoughts. Slowly, It starts doubting itself, am I thinking wrongly? Or is everyone really against me? This is the moment when reality and illusion start to merge. And this is where delusion begins. Paranoia cannot be defeated by a pill or magic. It only happens by facing the truth. Whenever suspicion arises, ask yourself, do I have any concrete evidence? If the answer is a no, then it is just the brain's illusion. Whenever fear or suspicion arises, do not suppress it. Just observe. Without deciding. Let it pass. Because emotions that are observed become weaker. The poison of paranoia grows with loneliness. Talk to people. Listen. Share your thoughts with others. Your brain will lie less when it gets feedback. Write down your thoughts, because written thoughts cannot lie. When you put your fear into words, it loses its venom. It is impossible to fully understand the world. Some things will always remain unknown. And this is the true humility of life. Paranoia ends when a person accepts that not everything needs a meaning. The root of paranoia is the hunger for control. We want to know everything. Understand everything. We do not want to remain in the dark about any's intentions. But life does not run on control, it runs on trust. Sometimes true courage is this, to trust without evidence. Because trust is not the language of the brain. It is the language of the soul. The cure for paranoia is just one word, acceptance. Accept that there is fear, insecurity, suspicion, but that is not you. It is just passing clouds in your mind. And you are the calm sky behind them. Paranoia is not a person's enemy. It is a sign that you cannot run from your fear. You have to see it, understand it, and then overcome it. The first step out of suspicion is accept that suspicion is not truth. It is just the voice of fear. When you recognize the conspiracy of your own mind, no conspiracy in the world can break you. Remember, friends, fear and suspicion are part of our life. But do not let them dominate your thoughts and actions. Every time you face your fear, you will become stronger. And that is true courage, which will take you to the depths of your own soul. If you like this video, like it and subscribe to Hussain Knowledge Channel, so that you can hear more knowledge and truths.